Playhouse presents David Niven, Dick Powell, Charles Boyer, Ida Lupino. Brought to you by your neighborhood Singer Sewing Centers from coast to coast and the more than 32,000 members of the Singer organization who make, sell, and service Singer sewing machines for both industry and the home. Remember, Singer sells its products and services only through its company-owned Singer Sewing Centers, identified by the Singer and Red S trademarks on the storefront. Tonight on 4-Star Playhouse, Singer presents David Niven in The Answer.
You bum cheat, to pay to you. That's the last time you're going to trick me out of the drink.
Now listen to me, my good man.
I'm no you good man.
True, tonight you are not my good man. You are an uncouth lout, a miserable boor, and without question, the roughest bartender in the neighborhood.
Go on and shut up your face.
Deny me the right to imbibe, if you must, but my inalienable right to speak, never.
Deacon, I'm telling you just one more times. Keep out of my place and leave my customers alone, or I'm break your neck.
All right, Rocco, but rest assured, my congressman will hear of this outrage. Bartolomeo? No, it's not possible.
It's me, Uncle Rock.
Oh, Bartolomeo. Why you no answer my letters? No even one penny postal card for your Uncle Rocco.
No excuses, Uncle Rock.
No, my. It's enough for me, you hear? Hey, come inside, Bartolomeo. Come in. Hey, everybody, turn your face. And now maybe you're going to believe Rocco, eh? I want for you to meet my famous nephew from Hollywood in California. This is what's your famous name?
Bart Thomas.
Bart Thomas.
Hi, Bart.
Aye.
Hello, everybody.
I'm going to get for you bottle vino, the best.
From California, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, isn't San Diego in California? Yeah, that's what I thought. Then I've been there. I knew a guy out there one time named Kinkady. Ever run across a guy named Kinkady?
I'm afraid not.
Do you ever know a guy named Smith?
Hey, here she is, Bartolomeo. The wine you and me, we make.
You still have a bottle left.
I save it just for you. Salute. Salute.
Say, Uncle Rock, set the boys up with whatever they're drinking. On me, of course, huh?
Sure. Hey, what's this?
For the beer.
What's the matter? You crazy or something? You're not going to spend 1 cent on my place. Rocco, he's going to bunch you for everything.
That's very nice, Uncle Rocco.
That's my pleasure. With the compliments of my famous nephew from Hollywood in California.
Thanks, Mac.
Hell, drink hearty, man. Say, Uncle Rock. Go ahead.
Bartolomeo, why is it after all of these years you now come home? Not because you lonesome for your Uncle Rocco. You must have a special reason, eh?
Yes.
You're going to tell your Uncle Rocco, eh?
I don't know if I can put it in so many words. I don't know if you'd understand.
You try me.
All right. I've come home to try to find something.
What?
To find myself. To find me. Bartolomeo Tomaselli.
You was right. I know, understand.
I don't blame you.
Okay. You start over. You explain me one more time, huh?
All right, I'll try.
Go ahead.
Uncle Rocco, have you ever felt like you've come to the end? Felt completely finished, burned out? Like you couldn't ring up another sale or even pour another glass of wine?
No. You try me again, eh?
All right. You ever see any of my pictures?
Sure, I see all of your page.
You like the pictures I write?
Sure, they're wonderful page.
Why, Rocco? Why do you like them?
Well, all the time, in your pitch, I never have to worry. Because all the time, your pitches end up so nice.
Thanks, Rock. You're very kind. I'm glad I came home.
But, Bartolomeo, you no can go around with a longer face. You got to pick up your chin and push out some smile.
Hey, Rocco, draw me another beer.
Hold your horse. Now I'm forget what I was going to say. It wasn't no import.
What a shape on that destroyer.
The world should be in such a shape. Hey, Bartolomeo, I forgot to ask. You married?
No?
That's so good. I've got just the perfect recipe for to cheer you up.
Please, Uncle Rocco.
Shut up your face and leave it to me. Uncle Rocco, he knows what's best. Get yourself over here. Hey, Dolores. Hey, you like for me to give you an introduce to my famous nephew from Hollywoods in California?
Did you say Hollywood?
That's right. Dolores, I wanted for you to have the pleasure of meeting my nephew, Bart Thomas.
Bart Thomas?
You never hear from Bart Thomas? Bart Thomas, the big writer?
Oh. Do you know any of the stars?
Some.
I'm an actress, too, you know.
Actress. She's in the line at Clancy's joint in the village.
I do a specialty, too, you know.
I'm so sorry, Sarah Bernhardt.
Ah, shut up.
You do a specialty?
Yeah, would you like to see it?
Oh, I don't believe that's necessary.
Hey, he's a die for to see your specialty. Go on, Dolores.
Okay. Well, this is the way it is, see. I got on one of those short little skimpy costumes, you know, the kind with a lot of tassels on it. And they hit me in the eye with a blue and white spotlight, and all the girls move way, way back. Back, 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 and... Goody-woody-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Pretty good, huh? Now dig this. This is the Egyptian motif. Da-di-da-di-da-da-da. 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 Goody-woody-doo-doo-doo.
Hey, Dolores, what about the old one?
Yeah, sure.
That's the one. Yeah.
Goody-woody-doo-doo-doo. You.
Hey, Dolores, one more.
Come on.
Thanks. Did you really like it, Bart?
Very much.
You think I'm good enough for pictures?
After all that work, you must be thirsty. Let me buy you a drink. What'll it be?
Champagne cocktail.
He's a buy, but I'm a pay. You drink beer.
Okay. Hey, it's almost closing time. Would you like to come up to my place for a little snack?
Maybe you would be a perfect recipe for a cheer up.
Huh?
I said, what would your folks think if you brought a stranger home at this hour?
Oh, I live alone.
Oh. Say, Rocco, while you're at it, set the boys up with a round on me.
On you, eh? You keep spending money, I'm going to go broke. Set them up.
Here's to Hollywood.
Scuddy-wuddy, do. Bottoms up, everybody. There's plenty more where this came from.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, here we go.
Hey. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny.
Hey, look. He's in again.
A lovely rendition, gentlemen, a lovely rendition.
El Baco.
Please, Uncle Rocco. I want to talk to the gentleman.
That's no gentleman. That's the deacon, and you're not going to talk. I'm a try just to fake out before he's a tricky you also.
Now, Uncle Rocco, take it easy. He won't trick me.
That's what do you think?
That's what I know.
Okay, it's your funeral, but watch out for his tricks.
All right, I'll watch out. Come on in, Fred.
Thank you. You are indeed a jolly good fellow.
All right, Deacon. What's the trick? Show me your gimmick.
There's no gimmick. This is strictly a legitimate proposition.
Here we go again.
Allow me to explain the rules. These books are your books of reference, the encyclopedia of knowledge.
So I see. And what's this?
This is a manuscript containing a play which will one day be acclaimed as the greatest dramatic work of all time.
This is the manuscript of a play. A manuscript that contains absolutely nothing.
Then you're a writer?
Despite the opinion of these jeering jackasses, I am.
What do you write? Letters to your mama? That bum ain't no writer.
Hey, Deacon, if you're such a hot-shot writer, show us something you wrote.
Yeah. Show us what you got in that old notebook, Deacon. Come on.
Unveil a play of such scope and magnitude that it is destined one day to alter the whole course of human events. Unveil this play for the first time in front of a bunch of howling heretics like you? Never.
Oh, please, Deacon. Don't go off in a huff. The boys were only fooling, weren't you, fellas?
Yeah, sure.
Can't you take
Come
a
on,
joke?
Joe.
Come on.
What's the matter?
What's going on?
Hi, Joe, just in time.
Oh, look
Hello,
who's here.
Joe. Come on in. The Deacon's working again.
Ah, the deacon.
Well, going to show me your gimmick?
Honey, why do you waste your time on this phony?
Oh, now, wait a minute, Dolores. How about it, Deacon?
I repeat, your books of reference, the encyclopedia of knowledge. Now, 2 bits a question, or 3 at the cut rate price of $1/2. Ask me anything in the world, anything from A to XPO.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Watch yourself, Bartolomeo.
Allow me to simplify. These volumes contain the accumulated knowledge of our civilization, listed alphabetically from A to Z. You, therefore, will be able to check the accuracy of any statements I may make. You follow me so far?
I'm with you.
Now, for 25 cents a question, or 3 for 50 cents, I am prepared to give you the answer to any question you may ask me on any subject whatsoever. That is, from A to XPO.
From A to XPO?
My dear fellow, it will be at least 2 years before I know the answers to everything from A to Z.
Impossible.
Try me.
That's the trick. That's how he's beat everybody out of the drink.
Despite the fact that Rocco finds it impossible to comprehend such a prodigious feat of intellect, it is, in fact, true. I do know everything. That is, from
A to XPO.
Yeah, exactly.
Brother, this I've got to see.
The Deacon's got another sucker on the hook.
Ask him something, Dolores.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Well, what'll I ask him?
What difference does it make? You heard the man. He knows everything.
Who's the 13th president of the United States?
Rudimentary, my dear girl, rudimentary. President, P for president. Look it up, sir. 13th President, Millard Fillmore. Born Summerhill, New York, January the 7th, 1800. Died Buffalo, New York, March the 8th, 1874. Term began 1853.
13, here it is. Millard Fillmore, Whig, Summerhill, 1853.
Absolutely correct.
Naturally.
Oh, no, Uncle Rocco. He's no trick of me. Bah.
That'll be 2 bits, if you don't mind.
Not so fast, Deacon. Sailor, ask him a question.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. How many miles to Mars?
Ah, tricky question. Very tricky question.
It is? Why?
Because the distance between Mars and the Earth is constantly changing with every fraction of a second. This is due to the exceptional eccentricity of the orbit, 0.0933 to be exact.
Save the talk. Give it the answer.
Mars, M. Distance at or near opposition, 35 million miles, 63 million miles.
Absolutely correct to the last digit.
Might as well keep going. 3 for 50, you know.
Hey, I got one.
Shoot.
Shove off, sailor.
Yeah.
Who won the batting crown in the National League in 1951?
Yeah.
Baseball? Oh, that's a shame to take the money. Stan the Man Musial won the batting crown for the National League in 1951 for the 5th time in his career. The other times were 43, 46, 48, and 50. A mark of 355.
Well?
He's right. You can't beat him. I still think it's a trick.
Ah, stoup of mead or a posset of burnt sack, maybe? Bartender? A triple muscatel, if you please, my good man.
That's the last time I'm going to tell you. I'm no you good man. You see, Bartolomeo, is something a fish.
No, Uncle Rocco, nothing is a fish. Get a glass, please.
Why don't you quit kidding with them?
I'm not kidding.
And not this. This is too good for the deacon.
Oh, please, Uncle Rock, just this once.
You see, I tell you, he's going to trick you.
That's just it, Uncle Rock. He hasn't tricked me. The deacon here has displayed a truly prodigious feat of intellect.
This time, Bartolomeo, I'm taking your money.
Ah, ambrosia, nectar of the gods. My beloved benefactor, to you. To you, one and all. Deacon?
Deacon?
Well, adieu, fair friends, adieu.
Deacon,
Yes?
you're a character, and I like characters. So you have this one on me, huh?
Jackpot tonight, eh, my good, friend?
And I'm also know you good friend.
To paraphrase the immortal bard, the grape's the thing. My beloved benefactor, I thank you.
Forget it.
I really would like to repay you for all this, but unfortunately I have nothing to give. Except perhaps a question.
That won't be necessary.
No, please, I insist. Anything that tickles your fancy. It's on the house.
Well, as a matter of fact, any question?
As I said before, my dear fellow, anything that tickles your fancy.
Well, there is one question. And if you answer it, I'll buy you all you can drink.
All I can drink? Ha ha!
Bartholomew, you crazy?
Perhaps. Is it a deal, Deacon?
One question?
One question.
It's a deal. Power when ready.
All right, I want the truth, nothing but the truth. Exactly what is this epic world-shaking play of yours all about?
Bravo, Bartholomew mio. I will love you.
At last, somebody got old Deacon over the griddle.
Well, Deacon, let's have it.
All right, come on, Deacon. Put up or shut up.
He'll never answer this one.
He must answer.
Well, Deacon?
You know, Bart, judges, bartenders, cops, social workers, and fellow, shall I say, intellectuals have all tried to pry out of me the story of this play, but have I told them? Never. However, you, my beloved benefactor, you I shall tell.
Bravo!
Wait. You are the chosen ones. You will be the first to hear the answer. A play in 3 acts by Chatsworth Clark Morgan.
Chatsworth Clark Morgan.
That's the first time I hear you say.
Quiet, please. The time, the present. The place, the United Nations building. We are in the laboratory of Professor Schweinstein. Schweinstein, get it? Twice as smart as Einstein.
Oh, Deacon, really?
The laboratory is a rather antiseptic-looking room, constructed on various levels. Up here, upstage, is a large clock. The time, exactly 8 p.m. Immediately beneath the clock sits the announcer. He's flanked on either side by television cameras and microphones. And here, on the next level, immediately in front of him, is a group of elderly, rather scholarly-looking men. And here, center stage and dominating everything, is the machine. With its subhuman shape and ever-changing and pulsating lights, it looks for all the world like some strange creature from outer space. Actually, it is the final achievement in the electronic field. It is the electronic calculator brain. Now the announcer speaks. War has been declared. The 2 mightiest nations on earth are poised to strike, poised to write the final chapter in the long and bloody history of man's inhumanity to man, poised to write goodbye forever to all civilization and to all mankind. As you all know, a shaky 24-hour truce has been arranged through the efforts of the United Nations. Of these 24 hours, less than 4 remain. 4 fleeting hours which will determine the fate of every man, woman, and child on this earth. Seated before me now are the greatest scientists and scholars of our day. At a cost of 20 precious hours, these men have been flown here from all the 4 corners of the earth. For without their wisdom, we could not even hope to find a solution. And here at last comes Professor Schweinstein himself, giant of the scientific field and humble humanitarian. Then the professor enters here, stage left. He's slightly bent, has a kind face and a gentle voice and a gentle manner. Slowly he walks back up the levels towards the announcer, who goes on speaking. And the announcer says, "Upon the shoulders of this man rests the last hope of a terrified world, for only he can find the answer to the problem which has plagued mankind from his very beginnings. Only he can find the answer that will bring world peace. If he should fail, then we shall all perish before the dawn of another day. Professor, the hopes and prayers of all peoples everywhere are centered upon you. Good luck, and God be with you." Then the professor walks slowly down the level. When he comes to the group of scholars, he looks over his shoulder at the clock and says, "Gentlemen, I will be brief. As you well know, for some time I have held the theory that there is no problem, however complex, that cannot be solved by mathematical formula. You see before you the electronic calculator brain. Without this instrument, our task would be completely hopeless. For not only can this machine calculate at a fantastic speed, but also it can think. Think and reason far more intelligently than we can, but also without human frailty and without human emotion. However, before it can think and reason, it must have the necessary knowledge with which to do so. We, therefore, must arm the brain with the wisdom of the centuries. Each of you in turn will step up to the machine and impart your own wisdom as clearly and as concisely as possible. As you are all the leaders in your own particular field, this will represent the concentrated knowledge of our entire civilization. I don't have to remind you that the clock is ticking on inexorably. You may speak in your own tongue because the calculator brain reduces all languages to a common denominator of mathematical symbols. If, and I repeat if, there should be an answer, this light here will go on. Immediately the autotype will go into action and the written answer will come out here. You know, this is exactly the spot where I got stuck in this play 15 years ago.
Stuck?
Deacon,
Relax, gentlemen. The storyline is complete. It has been for several years.
Tell me, Deacon, what was your problem?
Problem? Very simple, but almost insurmountable. I realized that if I was to speak for these mental giants that I had accumulated upon my stage, I would have to learn everything. Everything in the world from A to Z.
Oh, then that explains all this business of 8XPO.
Exactly. And as I've worked, I've added to my play.
Remarkable. 15 years of hard work. Net result, one almost completed play, no money, no recognition, and apparently no regrets.
None whatever.
Talk. I want to know, the machine, she's a push out the answer, yes or no?
For crying out loud, Deacon, finish the story, will you?
All right, where was I?
The professor. He was telling the boys to come up to the machine. Yeah, and if there was an answer, the machine would light up or something, remember?
Yeah, that's the way it went. Yeah, I remember. Then, under the guidance of Professor Schweinstein, they start the education of the electronic brain. The first man called upon is the geologist, and he tells all about the physical properties of this little planet of ours, this dark star upon which we live. When he's finished, the professor orders the machine absorb factor 1. Then the machine seems to come alive. Its pulse quickens, and with a strange noise, like a million mice scrabbling over a sea of tissue paper. Factor 1, geology, is absorbed. After that, the machine lapses back into its somnambulistic state. Then all the others in quick succession, the economist, the historian, the philosophers, and the scientists, all impart their knowledge to the machine until, with but 3 minutes left before the fateful hour of midnight, the electronic brain is in a position to absorb all the concentrated knowledge of our civilization. Then there is a hush as the professor prepares to give his final instructions. Absorb and correlate all factors. Again, that strange noise as the machine obeys. The tension mounts. And then the professor says, prepare for final question. Let X be the answer for world peace. Solve for X. Then the electronic tubes glisten and gleam, and the whole machine throbs and pulsates in a Herculean effort. Only 2 minutes left. Will there be an answer? Is the world doomed, or will we all be saved? And then with 1 minute more, a cry from the professor. A light! A light! There is an answer! An answer for eternal world peace! One. I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. 2. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. 3. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
Remember the Sabbath, to keep it holy.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not steal.
There's one more. Thou shalt not kill.
But that's just the same old 10 Commandments.
Same old 10 Commandments.
Oh, Deacon, where are you going?
Nowhere special. Maybe I'll go down by the river for a few minutes and think a while.
I'll walk with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the 4-Star Playhouse and all the members of the Singer organization, thank you for being with us tonight. We hope that you've enjoyed our show. Join us again next week, won't you? Good night.